Hey guys. Welcome back to Recall on. Today, I'm gonna explain you a French fantasy romance film from 2020 titled Mermaid in Paris. Before I start, warning. Spoilers ahead. The film starts and we see a singing show at a bar near the sea. Actually, the bar is owned by Sam's father, which was started long before with the idea of Sam's mother, but now this bar is no longer beneficial for them. There we saw a man named Richard enjoying in the bar, and he went to his home after the show. Meanwhile, en route to his house we hear a very melodious voice. He became attracted to the voice, go towards it, and drown in the water. There Sam's father told him that they should now sold the bar, but Sam refused because many memories of his mother has been related to the bar. After which Sam went out from the bar, where he also heard that melodious voice, but he didn't pay so much attention to it and went to his home. Here we see Sam's neighbor Rosie, who was a good friend of Sam's mother. She also wanted Sam to become happy because he was sad and alone for a long time. Sam gave most of his time to the last memento of her mother, which is a book named Dreamers, the reason of which will be disclosed later in the video. When Sam went to the bar, he came to know that his father sold the bar in partnership. This leads to a heated argument between Sam and his father, and he leaves the bar. When he come outside we see a mermaid near the sea. First he thought that the girl was wearing the costume of a mermaid, but soon he realized that she was a real mermaid, after which he takes the mermaid to a hospital in auto rickshaw. Here we see two doctors named Dr. Victor and Dr. Merrily. They're a couple. From their conversation we came to know that Dr. Merrily was pregnant. In the meantime, Dr. Merrily went inside the hospital due to an emergency. At that time Sam and the mermaid reached the hospital. He stopped at the auto outside the hospital and went inside the hospital to investigate. Then Victor saw the mermaid and went for her checkup, but the mermaid started singing that melodious tune, due to which Victor became attracted to her and started feeling unwell. When Sam was finding his medical insurance card, he forgot her mother's diary on the counter. Hospital staff refused to treat the patient because Sam didn't have a medical insurance card. Then Sam came to the auto and left the place. Mermaid's blue blood and some scales of her tail remained there. Dr. Victor's health started to ruin and he continuously repeated that tune. His heart started beating rapidly and Atlas bursted, due to which he died at the moment. There Sam with mermaid went to his house, which also seen with Rosie. Sam takes her to the washroom and puts her in the bathtub. The mermaid becomes conscious and starts singing the Sam tune, but she observes that the tune was making no effect on Sam. Even he was also singing the same tune as the mermaid. Sam gives her first aid and feeds her. The mermaid says her name is Linda. She also informs him that she will die if she isn't back to the sea in 2 days. Sam said that she was on land because of the big waves of sea and her fin got broken due to the same reason. He also told her that he will take her to the sea after her treatment in 2 days. Linda asks if doesn't have any love in his heart because there is no one who doesn't die because of her tune. Sam is the first to know is still alive after listening to her tune. Linda told him that it was a way to save her. Anyone having love in his heart became died after hearing her tune. Their hearts start to beat vigorously and finally get busted. Sam told her that some years ago he was in love with a girl. After she left him, he became very alone and hate the word love. Postpartum reports of Victor showed Dr. Merrily that there is highly increased amount of nitrogen and some gases resemble the sea gases in his body. While investigating on reception, she found Sam's diary, blue blood and scalus in the road. On the other side, Sam told mermaid to live at home secretly and himself went to the hospital to find his diary. After which Rosie came to his house with an extra key and met Linda. Rosie told Linda about the sad story of Sam and his mother, how Sam's mom died at this young age. She also told her how Sam got deceived in love. Upon hearing, Linda was attracted towards Sam because she also lost her mother in childhood. Rosie forgot her cigarette and lighter in the room. When Sam was unable to find the diary, he went to his dad in sadness. There Linda with a cigarette and the lighter ignited Sam's house. When Sam got no, he quickly ran towards his home. On the other hand, Linda, due to the fear of the fire, started singing. One of the firefighter was attracted her voice and finally died. Here Linda went to another room and saved her. Sam came to the house and transferred Linda to his neighborhood. During the investigation, Offblood came to know that it was of some other creature. There Sam was worried about Linda and she realized that Sam was in love with her and soon he will also die, but Sam refused about his love and said that if he was in love, he'd know it because when someone is in love a twinge was felt in the heart. So Linda understood that when something is felt prick the heart, that's when we are in love. She knew that Sam loves her and that's why she wants to leave that place as soon as possible. But now Sam enjoys spending time with Linda. Sam said that he wants to dedicate a song to her and also wanted to show her how humans enjoy life. They get ready and go to a bar. Dr. Merrily, with the help of his diary, also reached the bar. Sam told people that Linda lost her legs in an accident, and due to her interest in mermaids she was also wearing a mermaid costume. Sam's dad was very happy to see him with a girl. Linda and Sam both were enjoying when Linda told him that she was only one of his kind now, and her mother was led by a sailors group. Mermaids were given powers to save themselves by singing when they became adults. She can learn any language easily. Then Sam took her to his home and showed her an act of his mother, due to which Linda realized that Sam was immensely in love with her, but as soon as he realized it, he will die. She told Sam to bring some food from outside so she can go from there. When Sam left, Linda called Rosie and requested her to leave her in the sea because if she lives here Sam will die. After telling this she started crying. Pearls were coming out of her eyes instead of tears. When Sam came home saw Dr. Merrily there and started toffing Linda. He was unable to find Linda at home and this anxiety increased his heartache. After which he also had a heart attack. Dr. Merrily took all of them to her research lab and started her experiment on Linda. One of his colleagues told him not to do that. He said that she is unique and we shouldn't kill her. This became a reason for arguments between them. Meanwhile Rosie came there and took Dr. Merrily to the emergency ward and they left. Second day was about to end, Linda became ill and Sam was also sad. His heartache was increased and he also fell ill. On the way to the sea, Linda told Sam about the twins she was feeling in her heart, and if she knew that Sam was such a good man, she had never sung the song in front of him. Now Linda and Sam are both in love with each other. Sam successfully takes Linda to the sea, but couldn't resist to show his love for her. As soon as she left Sam got a heart attack, but at the same time Dr. Merrily who was chasing them reached there. She saw Dr. Victor and Sam and rescued him. Later we see that the research team also gave the pearls back to Sam. He sold them, bought a boat, and started finding the mermaid without caring about his consequences. Make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you can watch more videos like this. Thanks for watching.